I'm here with Ruth Sherritt from our regulatory team that deal with investigations. So Ruth, what should a vet do if a customer complains?
Well, Steph, I think my first thought is don't panic. Not all complaints will land you in front of the RCVS. First of all, just take a step back and think about it. Secondly, I think the most important thing in dealing with a complaint is how you handle it. You can achieve a lot by being open and responsive. Vets and their nurses are subject to codes of conduct imposed by the RCVS. They must keep those codes of conduct in mind in all their dealings, but especially when dealing with complaints. So they have to be honest, they have to be prompt, they have to be courteous, they must make sure that there is no conflict of interest between themselves and their customers. Keep those things in mind and you'll be halfway towards dealing with the complaint.
So do all complaints have to be handled in the same way?
No, I think you need to sort out what is a sort of relatively minor complaint, such as a consumer perhaps complaining that they've been charged too much and they hadn't realised it was going to cost that much. That kind of complaint, although it can be important and serious, can be handled with a straightforward conversation and very often a sort of gesture of goodwill, as opposed to a major complaint, a clinical complaint, where a consumer is saying that the vet has completely abrogated their responsibilities and done something dreadful to their pet, and that customer is going to take this all the way to the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons.
So would mediation be an option?
Very often it is. Mediation involves a mediator, somebody who isn't a judge but is there to guide both parties through the complaint system so that they can work out a way that is mutually satisfactory. Not all complaints, even of clinical practice, end up being dealt with by the RCVS. Only the most serious complaints end up before a professional disciplinary committee. So very often it is useful to involve a mediator. I think if you do get a serious clinical complaint, I think the first thing you should be doing is notifying your insurers, but the insurers may very often pay for a mediator.